Hi, it's Yoga with Kylie here, and this class is all about activating the glutes, which for most of us are a little bit weak or inhibited because we sit a lot. So we're going to learn how to activate them and really use them in our practice. So come to this top of your mat and take your feet hip distance apart. You want the outside edges of your feet to line up with the side edges of your mat. So in other words, it looks like you're standing on train tracks. Just take a moment, lift all 10 toes up, flare them nice and wide. And then place them down from the outside in, keeping that lift through the instep of the foot. And then pull up on the thighs, drop the tailbone down to the floor, and take the shoulders, lift them up, draw the head of the shoulders back, and then the bottom tips of the shoulder blades down. You notice that starts to flare the ribs, so gently knit them in. Keep the chin lifted, back of the neck nice and long. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here, feeling the lift through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, a settling down, a grounding sensation into the earth. One more deep full breath in. And a nice full breath out. Good. Inhale, breath. As you exhale, sit your hips back and down, coming into your Utkatasana, but you're going to bring your hands or your forearms onto your thighs. Now just take a moment to find that area around the sitting bones, and I want you to direct it towards your heels. So it's just a subtle action, and you'll notice as you do that, you start to engage those muscles around that area. So we've still got a neutral curve through the lower back, but we're starting to feel our butt engage. Keep the toes nice and light, shift the shins back, knit the ribs in. See if you can float the elbows off the thighs. Stay here for one more breath. And then press down through your feet, drive up through the legs, press the hips forward to come up. Again, exhale, sit the hips back and down, bring the forearms to the thighs, and find that subtle action through the pelvis. Draw the ribs in, float the arms off. Sit down a little bit deeper if you can. And then as you inhale, press down through the feet to rise up. Exhale, breath, sit the hips down. Do that little adjustment to the pelvis, and then float the elbows off. See if you can try to press the heels energetically apart as well. Start to feel that outer hips begin to engage as well. And then press down through the feet, drive it on up. Good, exhale, breath, sit the hips down. Forearms to the thighs, adjust the pelvis. Lift the forearms off, and then do that subtle action. Try to energetically press the heels apart. I'm going to play with just lifting one foot off the ground. So transfer the weight to your right side. Pick up your left foot. Hover. Good, and then slowly place it down. You don't want anything to change, and the knee shouldn't wobble as you pick up the foot. Lift up the right leg. Good, lower it down. Press to rise, come up to stand. So as you do that transfer of weight, you want to really hug those outer hips in. That outer hip area should be engaged, stabilizing through the knee joint and through the pelvis. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sit your hips back and down. Bring the forearms to the thighs, adjust the pelvis, switch on that area around the sitting bones, press the heels apart, and then float the arms up. Transfer the weight, lift the heel up. Good, transfer the weight, lift the heel up. Transfer the weight. This time stay there, interlace the hands behind the back and draw the scapula towards each other. Sit the hips back, draw the ribs in. Can you sit a little bit deeper, float the toes up off the mat for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly fold over the legs, lift your hips up high. Don't think so much about straightening the legs. Try to pull up on the thighs as you try to press the heels apart. Melt the head, the face towards the shins. Maybe even giving it a little shake out. And then try to direct the sitting bones up towards the sky. So it's not so important whether the legs are straight, just that energetic action through the legs and through the pelvis. Good, carefully release the hands, place the hands down and step straight back, downward facing dog. Big high inverted V shape out of the body. If you want to just gently pedal out the feet, then do so. And then settle into stillness.
Press down through the index mount knuckle. Try to squeeze the thumbs towards the center line, the biceps towards the head. Lengthen the sides of the waist towards your hips, the sitting bones up as you draw the front ribs in. Then as you inhale, sweep your right leg high, press out through the heel, and really try to squeeze into the glutes, the hamstring of that leg. So you're rolling the inseam of that leg to the sky. Then as you exhale, shift forward into a high plank position. Keep that leg lifted. Sweep it back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, shift forward, high plank position, shoulders over the wrists. Sweep it back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, sweep it forward. This time pull the knee into the nose and step the foot in between the hands. Use your hand behind the leg if you need to. Come up to a high crescent warrior. And then bend your back knee and take your tailbone and direct it down. So for most of us it's going to be maybe sticking back. You want to take the tailbone, drop it down. The bend of the knee will help this. And then try to pull this front heel back underneath you. Maintain those actions, draw the ribs in, and then start to straighten the back leg as much as you can. Good, nice full breath. Still trying to pull this front heel back underneath you, so you should feel the hamstring and the glute really active. And then bring your fingertips into Hakini Mudra, so all 10 fingertips touching. Lean forward, and then start to tap your left leg in behind your right. Slowly, calmly, come back to your crescent warrior. You want to watch the tracking of this front knee, so you want to try and keep it over your middle toes. Lean forward, tap the knees, step it back, crescent warrior. Last one, lean forward, tap the knees. This time hold it there, sit down a little bit deeper. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise, step the foot back, you should be feeling that burn by now. Hands to the floor, sweep the leg back. 3-point plank. You can hold this, or if you want a little bit more, lower down to chaturanga. Press back up, high plank. Press back, downward facing dog, lower the foot to the floor. Pedal out through the legs. And then we'll take it to the other side. So lift your left leg high. Press out through the heel. Scissor the thighs towards each other so you feel that right hip crease draw back. And then as you exhale, shift forward into your high plank position. Keep the leg lifted. Engagement through the back of the leg. Inhale, press it back. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, shift forward. Pull the knee into the nose, step the foot between the hands. Sweep the arms up to your crescent warrior. Take a little bend in the back knee. Drop the tailbone down. And then start to straighten the leg as you pull this front heel back underneath you and the rib cage in. Bring the hands into Hakini Mudra. Start to lean the chest forward and then push off. Tap right knee in behind the left. And don't be surprised if one side is a lot easier than the other. We all tend to have a little bit of pelvic asymmetry. The side that we favor. Good. Tap it back, step back. One more time. Lean forward. Tap the knee. Squeeze it and now sit down deeper. Sit as low as you can without putting the foot to the floor and without letting that front knee drift over the big toe. Press to rise, step it back. Whew. Hands to the floor. Slide it back, 3-point plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Press back up and then sweep the leg back. Lower the foot to the floor. So same flow again, we're just going to go a little bit quicker through it. Sweep the right leg to the sky. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, step the foot down. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. Bring the hands to Hakini Mudra.
This time lift it up, warrior three. As you exhale, bend and tap the knee. Step it back to your crescent warrior. Lower the hands to the floor. Come to your 3-point plank. Hold or lower chaturanga. Press back up. Pull the knee in, step it forward. Same thing again, reach up as you inhale. Lean forward as you exhale. Warrior three on the inhale. Tap the knees as you exhale. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it back. Hands to the floor as you inhale, 3-point plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Press back up. Last time, pull the knee in, step the foot forward. Reach the arms up. Hakini mudra, lean forward. Warrior three. Bend and tap the knees. Send the leg back behind you. Step it back. Hands down to the floor, sweep the leg back. Lower down. Sweep it up. Press back, 3-legged down dog. And then just step that foot in between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor, and send the hips back for Adho Hanuman. Whew. A little bit of relief for the hamstring. Have a little bit of a bend in that front knee. Peel the toes towards your face, and then try to draw that heel back. You can come up onto blocks if that makes it a little bit easier. Just want to make sure you're not rounding through the upper back. So nice long spine. Keep thinking of the sitting bones moving back and up. And then transfer the weight forward and just slide that left leg in behind for a seated twist. So you're going to come all the way down and sit on both sitting bones. If you need to, you can extend this bottom leg out in front of you. Once you're in position, press both sitting bones to the floor. Take the hand behind you, so I'm using my right leg, so my right hand goes behind. Take the left arm to the sky. And as you exhale, take it to the outside of the knee. Then press elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Lengthen the torso up. And as you exhale, soften to create the twist. Feel the sitting bone of the lifted leg, so in this case it's my right side, heavy, sinking into the floor. Good. Last couple of breaths, just feeling the relief through that right buttocks. On your inhale breath, slowly unwind. Just step your right foot or your left foot, whatever foot is in front, to the top of your mat, and then step yourself back to your downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg to the sky. And as you exhale, come forward, step the foot in between the hands. Take the arms up. Bring your hands down into Hakini Mudra. Inhale, lift the back leg up. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale to extend. Step it back, high crescent warrior. Hands to the floor, sweep the leg back to high plank position. Lower down to chaturanga or stay in the high plank. Press back up. Pull the knee in, step it in between the hands. Take the arms up as you inhale. Bring the hands to Hakini Mudra as you exhale. Keep knitting the ribs in. Inhale, lift the back leg. Use the inseam of your right thigh to lift. Slowly tap, bend the knee. Send it back behind you. Carefully step it back, reach up. Hands to the floor, slide the left leg back. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, back up. Exhale, pull the knee in, step it in between the hands. Take a breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lean it forward. Inhale, lift the back leg. Exhale, tap. Inhale to extend. Step the foot back, reach up.
Place the hands down on the floor, slide the leg back. Lower down, chaturanga. Press up, high plank position. Press it back, three-legged down dog. And then step the foot in between the hands, drop the back knee to the floor, Ardha Hanuman or half split position. So remember, a little bend in that knee will just help you to get a little bit more opening through that hamstring. And then pull the heel back. So it's like you're trying to draw that thigh bone back into the socket. Flex particularly your pinky toe towards your shin. Let the ribs in as you send the sitting bones up. And then transfer the weight forward, slide your right knee in behind, sit down, squarely root your pelvis towards the floor. Take your left hand in behind, sweep the right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, take it to the outside of the knee. Then press knee to elbow, elbow to knee, as you slowly rotate the torso around. Soften the ribs, the sternum towards the back body. Slow the breath. Good, and then slowly unwind from the twist. Extend your legs out in front of you, just give them a little shake out. And then come to lie down on your back. Pull your knees in towards you and take the feet straight up to the sky. Turn the palms to face up. Close down the eyes and just take a few moments. Rest here. Let all the lactic acid, the fatigue, just kind of drain from the legs and allow your exhales to release anything that's bubbled up, whether it's emotion or whether it's a physical sensation. Just a few moments here, and then when you are ready, you can transition to the rest of your day.